guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn Brooke and I'm a hairstylist and salon owner here in Western North Carolina. And today I wanted to go over the top 6 things that I was lied to about in cosmetology school. I feel like it's kind of this trend right now, at least on TikTok, where people are just kind of sharing all of the lies that they were told in hair school. And I genuinely feel like we were lied to so many times, not just at my school in particular, but like literally as a vast majority, all hairstylists were lied to in school. So I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on things that I personally feel like I was lied to about and see what your opinions are. So let's go ahead and jump on into the first one. And that's going to be that you have to take every single service as a baby hairstylist. So when I first got out of school, and even like in my very first couple salons that I worked in, I feel like the vast majority of older hairstylists who have been doing it longer than me were like, you need to sit by your chair and answer every single phone call, take every single client that comes through the door. It doesn't matter whether you want to do that service or not, you need to take those clients. And while I feel like there is some truth to this, you do definitely need to take those clients sometimes that you don't necessarily want to do if you need the money or whatever until you're able to build your dream clientele. However, if you're wanting to build a dream clientele and you want to focus on specific things, you don't have to take every single thing that walks through the door. It's okay to specialize right out the gate out of cosmetology school, and I personally did that and everything turned out okay for me. So definitely not listen to the naysayers when it comes to this. Like, there are good and bad ways to do it, and I can go through a whole video on exactly how to pick and choose your dream clientele and start that from the get-go and do it in a professional way that you're not just being, you know, lazy. So we can go through that in another video because that is a whole situation in itself. But for the vast majority of people, it is definitely a lie that you have to take every single service and do every single thing. All right, moving on to the next one. Our salon or school literally said so many times that handing out business cards was the best way to build your business. Granted, I was in cosmetology school 9 years ago, so I feel like it's changed a little bit because social media wasn't quite as big, but even girls that I talk to now who are in cosmetology school, they still say that like handing out your business cards and like doing all these things that are like word of mouth kind of advertising, which granted, word of mouth is great, but word of mouth can also happen through social media, whether it's your clients reposting your pictures or sharing you on stories, whatever. There are a lot of different ways that you can market yourself a whole lot quicker rather than handing out some business cards. So while that is like a way to grow your clientele and it definitely can help, personally I feel like social media is so much better for building your business and so much faster for building your business than handing out a business card. So that kind of leads me into my next lie that I feel like I was told, and that was, I swear they told us a billion times that it takes 5 years to build your clientele to its fullest. And I swear I spent the first couple years of my career being like, I don't really know like what the fullest is. Like, I feel like I'm doing okay, but I don't really know. And I kept waiting for this 5-year mark to hit. And to be completely honest, I don't really feel like I saw much change because my clientele built fairly quickly because I use social media and other techniques that I can share in another video. But I feel like it does not take 5 years for the average person to build their clientele if they use the more new age marketing techniques and not the old school stuff that we had to rely on before social media existed. The next one may be very niche and like just my school did this, but they said that toners were for mistakes. And I feel like for the first couple years of my business, like I did use toners for like toning my blonde, but I never did like root shadows. Like those weren't really a thing. Like you did ombres and that was like about it. But they really taught us that unless your blonde was like an ugly color of blonde, that you did not need to use a toner. And I definitely live by a completely different, you know, realm of how toners work, and every single client that has blonde or even not blonde that leaves my salon is going to have a gloss toner service, whatever, because I really feel like it is the finishing touch to any color service. And so I don't feel like that is true whatsoever. However, your school may not have been as old school as mine. Okay, the next lie that we were told is that you have to start out in a commission salon, and I've touched on this a little bit in another Q&A video that I did, but but I feel like commission salons have their place, and I think they may be a great option for some people. However, if you really do want to grow your own business and have, your own space within another salon, and then I think it is perfectly fine to start out with booth rental or assisting. I don't know that commission is the best option for everyone. For me personally, I did not have the opportunity to do commission, but I don't think it would have been good for me because I really love running my own business and having my own schedule, doing my own thing. So I just never felt like commission was for me, and I made it work directly out of school. So I feel like it is definitely possible for someone else to do booth rental directly out of school as well. Alright, and the last lie that we were told in hair school, and I feel like this is a little bit of like a double lie. So one of those things was that you needed to find someone basically to marry you that was going to have benefits, because otherwise you were going to be spending all of this money on your own benefits. And while that is slightly true, like yes, it is expensive to spend money on your own benefits, I feel like the money that you make to be able to pay for those benefits outweighs having someone in your life who has a job with benefits. Alright, and the very last lie, number 6, is going to be about commission and income, and that is going to be you cannot make 6 figures as a hairstylist. So I feel like there is some truth to this if you are not a motivated hairstylist. However, it is very possible to make a 6-figure income as a hairstylist, and I have a whole entire program that teaches you exactly how I did that and how you're able to do that as well. It is really something that is attainable and not super far out of reach for most hairstylists. However, our overhead is very high, and we go into that whole situation in that program. But for the most part, for the vast majority of people, being a 6-figure hairstylist is very possible, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I hope you guys enjoyed this video sharing my top 6 lies that I was told in cosmetology school. If you guys have other lies that you were told in cosmetology school, I would love for you to leave those down below, because I love hearing the different things that we were all told during school. And obviously, of course, if you like this video, then make sure to like it and subscribe, because I do post videos every Monday and Thursday. And of course, I hope you guys have a great week.